Good evening everybody, it's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a great Thursday so far. Just before we get into it, as always, please make sure that you are smashing that like button. It really does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new as well. And yeah, hit the notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live. And of course, more importantly, please make sure that you're getting your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below. Always very interested to hear your guys' thoughts on all my uploads. So yeah, please continue to do that. I would have usually done a live edition of the last say this evening, but unfortunately I didn't quite have time to fit that into my night, unfortunately. But I did want to come on briefly and just share my thoughts on last night's 1-0 defeat to Millwall at the Den. Again, I was going to do a live after the game last night, but after sitting through that 90 minutes, I wasn't really in the mood to be coming on. I probably would have said some things that I didn't mean in the moment because I was quite annoyed last night at that level of performance that we saw from Leeds United. I mean, I said pre-game, you know, if Leeds United are going to want to win this division, if Leeds United are going to want to stake a claim and make a statement, we need to go on a run of wins. And, you know, we beat Plymouth very convincingly. Again, I know they're near the bottom. I know it's Wayne Rooney as manager. I get all that. But, again, our record at the Den is terrible. So, is it a shock that we actually got beat there? Probably not, deep down. Is it a shock at how bad we played? Absolutely. Given the control and the dominance that we showed against Plymouth, again, I'm not saying, you know, no disrespect to Plymouth, but, you know, I know that they're not on Millwall's level. I think Millwall are definitely a much better team than what Plymouth are. And, you know, they have got a few decent enough players, but again, I wasn't looking at that Millwall lineup and thinking, you know, I was wary of any of them. Obviously, Jake Cooper's an obvious threat from set pieces. Got Japhet Tanganga, you know, previously a Spurs player. You know, decent experience in the Premier League with them. But other than that, like I say, I looked at their lineup and I barely knew who any of them were. Which, again, that's just my arrogance towards the Championship in general, if I'm being honest. But yeah, the lineup was as expected. Jayden Bogle came in for Sam Byram. I mean, Jayden Bogle. I think I'm at the point where I've kind of made my mind up on him. I don't think I rate him that highly. He's had a few decent performances, but if we're judging his overall time at the club, I don't think it's been nowhere near good enough. I don't see hardly anything from him going forward. I've never seen a Leeds United fullback pass the ball backwards so much in my life. He looks scared whenever he gets on the ball, or especially last night he did anyway. When we signed him from Sheffield United, I thought we were getting this, you know, fullback that likes to overlap, get crosses in, chip in with goals, assists, flying down that right-hand side. I've not seen any of that. He scored 1 goal against Coventry. Other than that, have we really seen anything from him? Has he provided an assist yet? I'm not even sure. But again, it wasn't just down to Jayden Bogle. There was a few poor performances last night. You know, I thought Dan James was way off it. Way off it. You know, again, looked lively enough, trying to sort of make things happen, but just, you know, the end product just wasn't there from Dan once again, which was disappointing. Willie Gnonto, again, I said pre-game we need to be seeing more from him. I think since the last international break, I don't think he's been great at all. I really don't. And it is worrying because, you know, he's meant to be one of our best players. He's meant to be staking a claim as being the Crescencio Somerville, being the Jorginho Ruter of last season, you know, grabbing games by the scruff of the neck and dragging Leeds through. But we just haven't seen that this season. He's scored a few goals, he's played well in a few games, but we really need to be seeing more from Willie Gnonto. Brendan Aronson again last night had a typical Aronson performance of old where he looked lively enough. He was like a little Duracell bunny, but again, no end product. There was nothing at the end of these attacks that he was trying to do. And Joel Perreault, oh, I'm just getting in the way of the phone there. Joel Perreault was Perronymous once again. Link-up play poor. Obviously, he did get that goal, which was rightly ruled out. You know, I have to say, unfortunately, it was the correct decision. He was offside. But other than that, didn't really do anything, didn't offer anything at all. And then, you know, the back four, I thought, to be fair, other than Bogle, I thought were okay. Poor defending for their goal. Obviously the ball comes in, Jake Cooper wins it at the back, heads it across, and there's just no one tracking the run of Tanganga, who slots it past Meslier. Could Meslier have done a little bit better, or am I being overcritical there? Who knows? But yeah, look, it's another lacklustre performance from Leeds United, and, you know, the title of the video suggests, you know, boring Leeds United. LUFC Lewis put it perfectly on Twitter. I can't remember the exact words he used, but basically, if we're in the top two, we're bored. If we're in the playoffs, we're bored. If we win the league, we're bored. If we win games, lose games, draw games, we're still bored. And, you know, this is what I was referring to at the beginning. You know, Daniel Farke's critics have resurfaced. I believe Leeds United are a bit one-dimensional at the minute, and we were last season. I think, you know, is Farke relying on individual brilliance once again? You know, we saw it last season. I've already referenced, you know, Somerville and Jorginho Rutter. Is he relying on a Willie Gnonto, a Dan James, a Brendan Aronson, a Perot? Is he relying on those levels of players to get us through games? You know, I'm not too sure, but look, it was a poor performance. It was boring to watch. Didn't offer anything going forward. But I said it at half-time, when Millwall scored, they were going to come out second half and defend and defend and defend, and that's what they did. That is what they did, and Leeds United couldn't break them down, as we always tend to struggle against teams in a low block. That is the worrying thing for me moving forward. You know, we've got QPR on Saturday. Again, a very winnable game. But there's more importance on that game now when it didn't really need to be. You know, even if we'd have got a point last night, and I know I said pre-game that we shouldn't be having a look at getting a point at Millwall, so I've just got to let the dog out there. You know, we shouldn't be looking to just get a point at Millwall, but at the end of the day, you know, when all is said and done, we would have took a point last night, wouldn't we? We would have definitely took a point last night. But unfortunately, that didn't come. We need to dust ourselves off. Like I say, QPR on Saturday. You know, I think the second from bottom, you know, having a dreadful season, but they've got good results recently against Burnley and Sunderland, you know, 2 draws. So there'll be no mugs. I would like to think the game being at Ellen Road is an advantage to us. You know, hopefully we do to them what we did to Wayne Rooney's Plymouth side. And we go into the international break on the back of a win, and then Daniel Farke can hopefully, you know, work with the players. And, you know, because I'm sorry, but we need to stop being so one-dimensional now. We just do. He needs to be working on ways to beat the low block. Get the low block beaten. Because let's be honest, 90% of teams that either come to Ellen Road or teams that we go away to are going to play like Millwall last night. Hope to nick a goal and just sit back. That's what Burnley did at Ellen Road. That's how they beat us. They scored and then just defended for their lives. No team has battered us this season. No team has outplayed us. Leeds United last night, in terms of stats, dominated Millwall. We had all the ball, but we didn't do F all with it. And that is the problem. You know, I saw someone on Twitter screenshot a load of our 1-0 defeats from last season and this season. And I think the caption said, you know, these are all the same game. And it's completely right. You know, there was the 1-0 at Stoke last season when Birmingham beat us 1-0. When West Brom beat us 1-0 last season. You know, the Burnley and Millwall ones from this year. They're all the same pattern where we struggle to break teams down and we pay the price. And that is why the critics of Daniel Farke are resurfacing. Do I think Farke can get Leeds promoted? Yes. If Leeds get promoted, should we consider getting rid of Daniel Farke? Also yes, in my opinion. Because this style of play might be okay to get us out the Championship, you know, come the end of the season. But would it do well in the Prem? I don't think so. But again, I'm here to be proven wrong, but I don't think so. And that is the worry. But we'll leave it there for tonight, guys. I really hope that you've all enjoyed this video. Like I say, the QPR preview will be out in the morning. I'm going to record that in a few moments and get that out to you in the morning, as I am busy tomorrow evening. But yeah, like I say, big game on Saturday now when it didn't need to be. You know, hopefully Leeds United can get the job done there. But if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure that you're smashing that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and hit the notification bell. And of course, get all your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below. And I will see you in a bit. Cheers.